Mondays with the Mako, back at you, my friends. Thank you so much, you guys, for digging in, giving me some feedback. I've got Dan, the man, with me. Dan, what do you do, brother? Talk to the audience a little bit about your background. One of my favorite partners and just humans in general right here.
How's it going, everybody? My name is Daniel Bussius. I own Daniel Bussius Consulting, and I also own Business Built by Love. We're a full-service digital marketing agency. We're the world's only dual-certified Infusionsoft and StoryBrand agency that's brand new. And we are massive fans of Infusionsoft. It's the only CRM that we will work in.
Boom. And StoryBrand, my friends, you guys heard me talk about that last year. I got on my rant for a couple sessions about Don and his team and that message and the methodology. It's over the top important right now for any marketer, especially marketers in the digital age. Dan, I'm really proud of that work, brother. Tell me a little bit about your business, and you said full service marketing solution. Give me an example of what that means to maybe some people that are watching and might want or seek out some of your service.
Yeah, absolutely. So full service marketing, we're a specific digital marketing agency, right? So like full service could be a bunch of different things for different kinds of agencies, but for us specifically in the digital marketing space, so we'll provide strategy on what to do. We'll do the implementation, so we'll do the technology, the CRM, we'll build the funnel, we'll do the copywriting, we'll do the graphic design. If there's a membership component, we'll do that, and then we'll also do all the landing pages. So that's what we offer, and that's what we do. And of course, now that we're StoryBrand, we have custom products that are specific to the StoryBrand framework.
Phenomenal, Dan. I love it, brother. Tell me a little bit about scalability and scaling your business. You've done that over the last couple of years. Where do entrepreneurs specifically, where do they find challenges in scaling?
Oh my God. Well, first of all, I still find challenges, right? I haven't figured it all out. But I think the first thing that you have to really conquer is you have to conquer your pricing. Because if a lot of business owners, they have really low pricing and they offer a lot of value, and that's great. I mean, you definitely want to take care of your clients, your customers, and give them good value. But if your prices are not scalable, so you can't hire the right talent and team, then you're never going to scale because you don't have the profit margins to be able to do that. So I would say that's the first thing. The second thing is really understanding and systematizing your process. So if you have your process dialed in, you have all the templates and everything, then you're going to be able to scale. And then I'd say obviously the final thing is really figuring out what your niche is, your audience, and what the pain points, and then doing what you do better than anybody else.
Love it, you guys. And I heard a little bit of this yesterday from Frank Kern, talking about focusing very intently on what you do well and getting that process automated and basically scalable. And then you can, replicate that, so on and so forth. Dan, I love it. What's been a challenge over the last 2 years, you guys, for you and your business and that growth that you've done a great job growing. What's been some challenges through that growth?
Number one challenge by far has been hiring the right team. I still haven't figured it out. I've gone through, I'll be honest, I've gone through a lot of hires that weren't so great, and it's not so much the cost of spending the money on the team if it's a bad hire. It's the ramifications, the ripple effect. So you hire someone, you spend $7,000 in payroll on them, they don't do a good job, you have to redo the work. You may potentially be up to $20,000 in cost because you hired the wrong person. So it's so difficult and such a challenge. And so if there's anything I can emphasize, that even if you're buying and you're really trying to find someone, you have to choose this person like it's the person you're gonna marry, or the people, because they're the people that are gonna enable you to be able to scale, to take that off of your plate, and to ensure that you also have the wow factor of your clients that they're expecting to get from you and that they get from you. But when you remove yourself, if that level of service drops, it's gonna impact your bottom line.
Love it. It's a people game, my friends. You got to hire the right people, but you also got to groom them and give them that culture, Dan, right?
Absolutely.
Tell me a little bit about what you do with your team. You do a great job with your team.
Yeah, so we do 2 calls. So my team, the way I structure my team is my team's all remote. So I've got people across the United States. I'm not saying that's the way to go. That's just how I've chosen to build my agency. So we have a Monday call. Every Monday we have a call. We have a dedicated Slack channel. We're on there consistently. And then we have a Thursday call. And so that's
Love
the way
it.
that we've got that. And then one key thing that I started doing about 6 months ago, and I can't speak to the level of excitement and really engagement you get from this. And it's basically said, hey, look, when the agency grows, you'll get a bonus.
Love it.
That's great and all. We all know that, some people have debt, some people have responsibilities with family and other things. So if I give you a lump sum of cash, you're going to spend it on things that are necessities, right?
Yeah.
So if I say, and this is what I've done with my team, and it's worked really, really well, is I say, okay, we're all going to benefit. We're all going to get financially, more abundant as the agency grows. However, I want each of you to have one bucket list, and I give them an amount. I say $3,000. So I don't care what it is. Give me what that bucket list is, and when we hit that specific number in revenue, I am going to pay for whatever that bucket list is for you to go do. And some of my team members have said, I want to take cooking classes in Paris. And I'm like, okay, well, if we can afford it and the budget will allow within the $3,000, when we hit that revenue goal, I will fly you and your significant other to Paris, and we will get whatever cooking class you want. And so the level of engagement for that, now they're actually working to something that's not like paper, right? It's intangible. They're working towards their own goals, and it's your goals. So it's been huge.
Shared goals.
Yeah.
I love it. Guys, team builders, please do something like that for your people. Really dig into their personal goals, their dreams, their vision, and then you could work as a leader to enhance that. And what are they going to do back to your business? They're going to give you everything they've got and then some. It's great work, Dan. I want to ask a sales question, and then I'm going to ask about your big three, and then I'm going to let these guys go for the week, and we're out of here. But take a look, you guys. Look at the beauty of this place. We're right on the bay. It's really nice. But Dan, tell me, why is sales hard for entrepreneurs? I've been talking about this. It's hard for a lot of people in general, but specifically entrepreneurs. Why is sales hard? Where are entrepreneurs losing the sales game?
I think the first is the majority of the time you talk to entrepreneurs, and it was the same way for me too, up until recently, is if someone says, what do you do in your business, right? And they can't answer that. They can't answer succinctly, right? And so if you can't answer that yourself, then how are you going to sell that to anyone else? So I'd say that's probably the first thing. Second thing is the majority of people really don't enjoy doing sales, right?
Yeah.
So if you're a marketer, like I'm a marketer, so I want to market, right?
Yep.
My graphic designer wants to design. And so there's all these different people on the team. And if you don't have a strong sales motive and you don't have a strong branding that you can actually explain, and everybody on the team can explain what you do so that it's actually slanted towards sales for you, then instead of you having to worry about you selling and everybody else maybe selling or not selling, everybody's actually uniformly saying the same message, which geared to selling. So I would say that's one of the second one. And then the third one would be, if you don't have a sales rep, hire one. I mean, that's kind of a no-brainer. And then making sure that you have the right products and services and the right pricing to move them through. A lot of people, especially in the marketing world, they're, hey, we'll do a funnel for you, right? Well, what about what happens after that funnel? What happens before the funnel? What happens all in between of that, right?
Yep.
And so you have to make sure that you develop something that's almost a recurring model. So then you don't have to keep selling to the same person. I mean, that's so tiring if every single month you have to try to go get all new sales.
Love it. Guys, come on. That's the game right there. Dig in with a real sales rep. If you're not a good salesperson, if you don't want to do sales, hire somebody that will, right? And then really work the model and fine tune that purpose, that why, that message, so everybody's in sync, driving together. Love it, Dan. Give me your big three, for what you're working on, just at a high level, maybe over the next couple weeks. Big three.
Big three. We are completely revamping our entire project management. That's number one. We're streamlining everything. Number two is I'm updating all of the products and services that we have right now. Some of them are about a year old. Marketing changes. And if you're not updating your products, your services, and your funnels, then your products are getting old. Yeah. So that's what we're going through right now. And the third thing is we are on a mad tear. So I've got revenue goals, and we're gonna hit those. So
great, Dan. Give me a personal one in there. Yeah, I got a big four now.
Personal one is to be able to get my wife right now, newly married. She wants to start a family. So I need to I need to make $150,000 additionally to replace her revenue, to get her out of the full-time game.
Ooh, I love it.
Then she can focus on being a part-time employee and a mom.
Dan, well done, brother. Guys, check out my big 3 in the content. And if you have any questions for Dan, I'm going to put his information into the content this week so you can reach out to Dan. Dan is the man. He's open and accessible. He gives back. He understands that currency of people, of heart, of network. And Dan, I appreciate you, brother. You're such a stud to me.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Much love. Have a great week. Go dominate.